Hey, what's going on YouTube? Will here from All Electric, back again with another video. And in this video you can see we brought our floor mats because we are in an Uber right now provided by Tesla to go pick up our Standard Range Plus Model 3. Why do we have floor mats? Because the Standard Range Plus doesn't come with floor mats. Tesla was nice enough to give us a Uber credit ride for my wife and I to take one car over there, this Uber, to go pick up our brand new Model 3 from Tesla. So this is similar to Tesla, how they issue credits when you drop your car off for service that I'm not a fan of, but I will say I am a fan of this Uber credits for picking up a brand new car. It made the process very seamless for us, and as we pulled up, my wife noticed that, hey, that's her exact configuration, so maybe that is her car. There was such a buzz in the entire Tesla store. The delivery guy told us that there was a delivery every 15 minutes today. This was a Sunday. If you follow my channel, you know that this does look pretty similar.
There it is.
That's right, you guessed it. This is where we took delivery of our Model X, and they have since revamped the entire place because of the volume of Model 3 deliveries. Like I said, a delivery every 15 minutes. So this is more of a waiting room where they have a couple cars for you to play with and you wait for your delivery specialist to basically hand you the keys. Now, this Model X had some new rims that I hadn't seen before, and I don't like them. There's like a black kind of built into the rim. Constantly looks dirty compared to the rims that we picked up on our Model X. But we are here for Model 3 today, just like almost everyone that I saw there, and this place was hopping. Now, it is not this busy when I shot this video, but when we were leaving, which was after lunchtime, it was bonkers in here. There was at least 50 people waiting to take delivery of their brand new Model 3s. The inside of the service center was actually full of new Model 3s, and they had parked the morning deliveries all outside just because they didn't have enough room. You can see them all lined up here on the side, which is really incredible. And again, every 15 minutes there was a new Model 3 delivery. That's a lot of Model 3 deliveries. As we walk up, if you remember when we pulled up in our Uber, my wife thought that was our car, and she was right. That was our red Model 3 sitting out front of the Tesla showroom. Very well organized delivery process from Tesla. We only had to wait under 5 minutes before we were ready to be walked out to our car. So here it is, our brand new red Model 3. Merry Christmas. We have the Santa Mobile with the white interior and the red exterior. It is a beautiful red color with the white and the rims, Standard Range Plus, and my initial take is it looks gorgeous. Now, upon further inspection of the car, it was very apparent to me that this car got a quick wash and did not get detailed. That was most obvious to me because it's clear that when they washed the exterior, they didn't open up the doors and wipe out the inner part. There was some residue and some kind of stuff laying around. But even more concerning, there was lots of black fingerprints on these beautiful white seats. Now, not just one, there was several on both seats and almost like black water spray almost on the inside. Now, our delivery guy took care of that, no problem, and it definitely was not there when we accepted the vehicle. Now, another problem that I didn't see till later was the driver's side rear window was definitely off center. I didn't notice this because I wasn't looking at the alignment of the window until I opened the car door and it sounded a little bit different. And then when I closed the car's door, I heard an awful sound. That to me sounded like glass on glass, so I rolled down the back window and then tried to close the car door again, and it didn't make the same sound. You can see here in a slow-mo video that the glass actually hits the fixed piece of glass on the rear window. Thankfully, this was very easy to remediate. I have a mobile tech coming to fix this issue next week, but it is just kind of a pain because it's obvious to me that nobody properly inspected the entire vehicle, because otherwise I feel like they would have noticed this if they opened the back door and then tried to reclose it. In September, Teslarati pushed out an article talking about the EV federal mandate for pedestrian noisemaker, and this Model 3 definitely has one. This is definitely a noise designed by Tesla. They made it sound as cool as possible. To me, it sounds like a UFO spaceship. Now, I have only heard this going on in reverse, nothing in drive under 19 miles an hour like previously stated in the Teslarati article. That was basically it. That was all of our delivery. We got the cars, they handed us the key, we handed them the check, and we were on our way. So a lot different than our Model X delivery, if you remember from one of my previous videos where the delivery specialist actually walked us through all of the features of the car, including auto headlights, autopilot, everything of the car, including the doors. We were going to be on our way except for my mistake. Note to self, do not initiate an update when your wife is ready to leave. So I thought it was going to be super cool to drive home with the newest software update. My wife didn't think so because we had to sit for about 25 minutes for the car to update. And that was really painful because all my wife wanted to do was drive the car. But that did give us some time to go check out the service over here at the Tyson Service Center. And you can see just how crazy it is. If you do have a scheduled appointment, you're expected to just pull your car up and check in at one of these little machines here and get yourself an Uber. They text you an Uber credit so you don't talk to anyone. With a new delivery in my area every 15 minutes on the weekends, this is definitely going to be a pain point for Tesla owners. They need to increase capacity of service centers. So the new Model 3 is finally done updating. We tweak a couple of the settings, turn on Autopilot, and a few other things with navigation, and quickly set out on our maiden voyage. Now you can see it says calibration in progress. So when you get a new Tesla, you have to drive it for a little bit before you can enable Autopilot. You see the blue circle or the gray circle around the steering wheel saying that calibration in progress. So we did have to drive it. I thought it was a period of 20 or 25 miles, but it was actually not that long, and you saw the progress bar on the blue circle increase fairly rapidly as we drove down the road. Now also with this car, it has the FSD computer 3.0 in it, although we have not purchased full self-driving for this car. You saw I was really pumped about the car showing the road cones. My wife was just excited to be finally driving her car after the Carvana mess, if you saw my other video related to that. So we have a brand new Model 3, not in Autopilot yet, but we do have the premium connectivity, and they give you 1 month for free. So if you can see, we have the satellite maps, and we also have streaming radio. And when you get in the car and you go under settings and then software, you can see that Tesla actually gives you 1 month of free premium connectivity, and then you can purchase it for $9.99 or $10 a month after that, which I think is a pretty sweet deal, especially if you enjoy the satellite maps, live traffic, and also the streaming music available right on the touchscreen. Not a bad price for $9. If you have a Tesla, let me know if you are going to be subscribing to that premium connectivity service. So you can see here, Autopilot is now been calibrated and it is enabled. You can tell by the blue steering wheel illuminated on the touchscreen. And we are cruising along in the interstate. Now, like I told you, we did not purchase full self-driving for this car, unlike my car has. You can tell, although we're in regular Autopilot, it's still showing up all the information that you would see in regular FSD cars, such as the road cones or other cars here. So you can see we're seeing this car next to us, and we're seeing also those construction cones on the other side of the road, which is pretty impressive, although it's not showing any of those cars over there, but just the road cones. Now, this is regular Autopilot, so it should not do an automatic lane change. And so if my wife turns on the turn signal, it will not change lanes because that is reserved for FSD only. Now, currently that costs $7,000, and we're not really in need for that. So you can see my wife is getting ready to turn on the turn signal here. The car illuminates in red still because it was in her path, so that's kind of like a blind spot warning, but she would have to take over to transition lanes. You can see with this turn signal turned on, the car is not going to make the lane change because, again, this is just strictly regular Autopilot. Something I thought that was really interesting, you can see this car coming up on our left-hand side, the turn signal is on, but it never illuminated in red, giving us that blind spot warning like it did with the previous car. Now this car did illuminate in red, so there seems to be some inconsistencies here. I'm going to do more testing with her car and with my car that has full self-driving to make sure that that blind spot warning is consistent. If you're thinking about buying a Tesla, I'll leave my referral code down below in the description. But also, if you're torn between whether to get the premium interior and the partial premium like this Model 3 has, I'm going to do a comparison video from my car that has premium interior and my wife's car that has the partial premium interior. Not that big a difference, but some subtle differences that I will talk about in a later video. I want to give a big thank you to all of you that are supporting me over on Patreon. You can show your support for as little as $1 a month, and for $4 a month you get YouTube early access to all of my videos. And for the all-electric tier you get early access and you get a shout out at the end of all of my videos. The two all-electric supporters I have right now are Grandma Tool and Nicola Pro. Thank you guys so much, and thank you so much to all of my other patrons. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with a friend. I'll see you in the next one.